cut just the end of it off, as little as possible, and then you want to trim that so this barely fits in there. You want a loose fit, you don't want it tight, because it's going to be able to move. So cut that so that bottle will slide inside of that. And that will finish up the 2-liter bottle. 1-liter bottle. All the work is done right here on the end. You can see I cut the end off the neck, just the threads, right down to the bottom thread, left the rest of it. I drilled holes right in the corner of this bottle, right in the corner. Many as you want, 5, 6, more the better. And that finishes that bottle up on that part. The next thing you want to do is take this tube. It will fit inside these bottles, but they're just a little snug sometimes. What you want to do is you want to get that so it slides, so you might have to do a little sanding in here and on the pipe. That's why the sandpaper and the Scotch-Brite to polish it up when you're done. So when this is all done, this will be a nice slide fit. It's not tight at all. Next thing, there's 2 ways of doing this. We got to put this fitting inside this pipe. I'm well enough equipped that I have a pipe tap to do just that. I threaded it in, and now I'm able to thread this in. You want this, when I tighten this all up, this will be all the way in, right up to the threads when it's all the way in. If you don't have a tap, don't worry. You can drill this out somehow, grind it out, file the threads off so this fitting will fit inside. That's all you have to do. So when we get that done, all this is like this. I will tighten that all up. Now, this tube will go inside the big green one. Like I said, they'll fit inside of there, but they're a little snug, which is perfect. You want to slide that up until you got enough room to shove this hose all the way home. Now when you get that figured out, you can get that hose on there. You can just see the top of this tube right here. It's about 1/4 inch below the top of this edge. That's where you want to cut that out. Okay. Now, to finish this all up, you would put this hose on all the way until it sees that'll come right up against the bottom of that bottle. Now, you want to take some glue, any kind of sealer, silicone, plumber's glue, whatever, marine adhesive, and glue this all up. Seal this whole end up around the tube and everything. When you do that, you want to be ready to set this up so this tube is perfectly in the middle, not off to the sides, but perfectly in the middle. How you set that up, it's up to you. I usually use a couple rags stuffed in the bottle to hold it. When that's all glued in, you have your HHO meter. Once you put it all together, that's it. Now, once that's all glued in, that's your HHO meter right there. The next step is, though, put it in the container. This is the easy part. Just a minute. You want to stick that whole tube through that hole down there. Nobody said it would be easy, but it'll go in there. Get me a pair of pliers here. Get that started, get it in the hole, and you'll pull that down until this bottle sits right in the middle. Now I usually put a little ATV or something around the bottom of that stick to the bottom of the jug. And you want to center that inside this housing, just like yay. Center it all up so it's in there. Set it up, glue the bottom, set it in there. When that sets up, gives you a handle. Take and fill this full of gravel, sand, anything dry. Just fill it up. Fill it all the way to the top. Gives it some weight. This lid, now, because it's cut small, will fit tight down over this, and you're done. You have an HHO meter. As simple as that. Not much more you have to do. It's all done. You take this and put a T in here, run two lines out, one for going to your device, and the other one so you can open and close it to control the timing process. So that's how long it took me. I've been out here probably 2 hours to do all this, to get it done. The gluing, you'd set up and let it set overnight, and you'd be done. Gentlemen, I hope that was an easy lesson on an HHO meter. When you get it all done, you naturally fill it up just below the top of that tube inside, just below it, and let that settle down in there, and you'll have your meter reading. When it fills up, it will come up to the top, and as soon as these holes come up to the top of the water, that bottle will stop right there and stay right there. It won't go any further. So that's why the holes let the water out, and when the gas gets there, it starts bubbling right there. So then you open up your tube and let it settle on down. So very important though to make sure this slides well on that tube. Mine's just a little bit snug because it's not centered up very good and it's hitting this outer bottle, but that's real important. Make sure that slides real good. A little sanding on your part takes care of it, inside the bottleneck and the tube itself. And that's simple. The weighted bottle doesn't pull around when you're moving things around. It stays where you put it. So have fun with the Folgers setup. Buy coffee, you got coffee. Buy some pop, you got pop. I spent $1.75 for the PVC pipe and 99 cents for that. Hose, a couple dollars. Less than $4 or $5, you got yourself a HHO meter to test your system. So enjoy.